Hi everyone, I'm Cece Stein with the Real Malibu 411. We're here with Mark Abramson, Senior Watershed Advisor with the Santa Monica Bay Restoration Foundation, and he's here doing the second phase of the testing for the dewatering equipment. Mark, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Yeah, so we just haven't run the plant in a couple of days, and we're planning on running it on Monday. And so we want to just recirculate some water, test it, make sure it's still performing as it's supposed to. We're sending a few tests off to the lab just to double check and make sure everything's still functioning before we turn it on Monday.
And Monday is the ocean discharge, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great. All right, let's take a look.
So it's calibrated at.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Make sure you're in milligrams per liter. So Ivan's doing dissolved oxygen testing and temperature in Fahrenheit. And each test that they do, we do it 3 times to make sure that one of them wasn't erroneous, right? And we take the average of the 3 results so that we make sure we're getting a conservative and representative number of the water being sampled.
Great.
Wait for the temperature to be stable.
I am. 8.0, 26.6. I like your style, John. I do what I can. pH, 7.98.
7.98, roger that. So 78.7, roger.
8.69.
8.69, got it. Thank you. Can we please do turbidity chlorine?
I call turbidity.
And we have specific bottles designated, one for the influent, one for the effluent. They get washed out in between sampling events with distilled water to make sure that we're not leaving any residue in the bottles. These are what we call optical tests, so they actually use light to determine how much turbidity or what the water clarity is, how much scatter from that light determines how much turbidity is in the water. And the one that John's doing is a chlorine test, and again, he uses the same thing. It's an optical test. It's called the photometer, the one he's using. They also rinse off our turbidity bottles and our chlorine bottles with distilled water to make sure that we're cleaning them in between sampling events.
Okay, so let me just rephrase this. So you're cleaning out the bottles here with distilled water.
Correct.
Okay.
And so when we actually take a sample, they rinse each bottle that they're sampling with.
Right.
3 times with the actual sample water.
Right.
To make sure the only thing that could possibly be in the sample water is the water that we're sampling. It's called acclimating water. So now we're just collecting our samples out of the effluent, right? So that pipe is already been through treatment. It's recirculating back into there. And he's collecting a sample so we can run salinity and dissolved oxygen in the water that's already been treated.
Got it.
Results really quick. We got turbidity levels between 9.34 and 11.7 on the incoming before it gets treated.
Right.
And I have turbidity levels on the outgoing between 1.3 and 1.0. 10 times or greater cleaner coming out than it is going in. We also have higher chlorine on the incoming than we do on the outgoing.
So basically, it looks like it's probably going to be a go for Monday then, right?
All our tests look really good. Again, we're not operating it on the weekend. We don't want the system just to sit idle without being run, so we're rerunning some tests until Monday. If everything's still great, then we will be discharging on Monday.
So 10 times cleaner the water is, correct?
Correct.
10 times cleaner. Love hearing that. Mark, can you tell me if the opposition had any effect on the quality of testing, what kind of testing you were doing, the outcome of the testing?
No, we've always had a huge monitoring program in place, and we have two goals of our monitoring program. One is to protect public health at the beach, and one is to protect the health of aquatic wildlife and wildlife. So we designed a program from the beginning that more than protects for both of those things, and that's always been our plan, and that's always been the design of the monitoring. Spent my whole career trying to protect water quality here at Malibu Beach, so that was always one of our biggest plans, and has been in place for, like I said, 6 or 7 years.
Well, I'm glad to be able to let the community know who's really caring about water quality, which is Santa Monica Bay Restoration Foundation and State Parks and Rec. Thank you so much, Mark. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi.
We have Suzanne Good here from State Parks and Rec, and we're going to talk about the security on the weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have during the day, on the weekends, we have security guard here. And every night, 7 days a week, we have 4 additional security guards. So we have 5 security guards at night and 1 during the daytime on the weekends. And then, of course, the rest of us are here on the weekdays. So we don't need security during the daytime on the weekdays. So it's very secure.
The opposition actually made a claim about possibly some black tarps that were moved, an exposed pipe. Can you shed any light on that?
The culprit was probably the ocean. I doubt that people did that. We also have surveillance cameras that are mounted, protecting the dewatering facility and the outfall pipe and various other sites around the project site. So in addition to the security guards, we have 24/7 security cameras mounted.
Okay, great. That's good to know.
And actually our security personnel have got photographs of some of the opposition trying to sneak onto the site and take their own water quality samples, and even one person was walking directly through this western snowy plover protected area.
Oh, I love that they're trying to get water samples.
Yeah, we have their photos.
That's awesome. Okay, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Suzanne.
And that just happened to be the cheapest brand at the time.
Saving taxpayer dollars.
And the world